Oh, mm, what what did
This is unusual.
huh?
You're early. My calendar says 1:45. Kept thinking, don't we need like 1:10 when you?
Like 120, like I got on like here at 116 down from down there
What
came
time do you get off work?
at 1, but I used the restroom and then I walk over.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. My calendar.
I don't know who
What does your
changed.
calendar say?
It's not all of a sudden. I thought it was like for Thursday, but I didn't make that for Thursday yet. But like all of a sudden
For
from one,
Wednesday. I'll show you online.
yeah, all of a sudden I got an email. It changed the thing.
I know, I thought that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Watching TV?
What kind of day? That was the one of an event early in the year in January.
Did they give you?
Yeah, I got a T-shirt and this.
Oh, good to have. Have you stayed home for Thanksgiving or are you going to a relative's house? I like your bag. It's very cute and very you. Are you doing cooking or your mom?
For that.
Your dad is cooking? Is he a good cook?
We might just end up eating like lobster or like those kind of seafood.
Do you know how to make that?
Uh, my dad works in a bakery, and they the cook in the bakery will cook for him.
Wow. What kind of bakery does he work in?
It is a Chinese bakery, so he makes those buns and
Yeah,
he makes
like
the
green bean
dumplings.
buns and stuff?
Yeah, the red bean those
Dumpling
dumplings.
buns?
He makes those.
Wow. Does he bring them home for you guys?
Occasionally.
Wow.
We like the steam buns more.
Yeah, steam buns are good. I agree. Oh, and here, I want to show you my email, my calendar.
Yeah,
You saw it too.
all some last
I don't know
week
if
were the
Christina changed it.
yeah, I was at the bus stop one of those days, and then I also
From 1:45 to 2:30. That's too late for you, though. If you get out of work at 1 o'clock and you walk over at 1:15,
yeah, it's
correct?
one arrived 160 for yesterday and today.
Yeah, so like you, even if you go to the washroom and everything, 1:30 would be the right time.
Yeah, if have to change.
I'll send a note to Christina and ask her. Because I can't change it, but I can put a new calendar for you and I. Let's just do that. Because I will forget. Because I'm trying to learn how to listen to. I'm gonna send it. What's your favorite color?
You can do orange.
What do we got? It's you and I on orange. And we're gonna put it does repeat for we got like 3 weeks left in this semester, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing? Are you okay with everything?
Really just still kind of like for this week, maybe just mainly catching up with the missing assignments and stuff, and then done.
You feel strong?
Uh,
Oh,
like
I
in,
forgot.
in the big.
I have to invite you as a guest. Yes. Yeah. I have 2 emails for you.
I think either one's okay because this still comes.
Mine is like that too.
It's like everybody, even for the professors, they somehow have a dash too.
Yeah. We're gonna just save consent to guest. Yes. So, okay. But that way I'll always be early. Be here early for you. I'll get there like 1:15. I don't like being late for you. Your time is really important. I know I'm a student too. My time is crazy. So did you finish that assignment with observing your brother, or did you go find somebody else to tag to?
For that one, I so-called I asked a classmate.
Did you? If you could observe with them?
No, I really the so-called her little niece, her cousin's niece, or something like that. I just compare what I have to like her little results to like make. I had to retest it when I did for the first time. I tried to do the whole thing, and then like it was more than 1 minute for each part. So like I did the 1 minute. We passed that little kid a little bit, but he did get some wrong for it. So it's similar, but yeah, and it's kind
And
of
the
there.
teacher accepted it?
Yeah, it's like
Good.
around there.
That's all.
Even when I asked my classmates, "Can I join you?" She said, "You could just make her pretend your brother is a first grader or something."
Oh, great.
Yeah, she even suggested me do that too, but
Oh, good.
but I
Good.
just for asked her for her little results so I could like see how a real first grader would test with it. Yeah, to make sure it's kind of similar when I did the retesting, because the first time I was trying to do the whole thing,
Instead of just the little bits.
of that 1 minute, like full on, like when I really did the 1 minute for the first one, he already got the first three wrong, and I was supposed to stop it if he got five, but he already got three wrong already, so can't be like, yeah, for that one.
Good. So you got it done. That's the important.
Mm,
You submitted it?
actually, I didn't. I started typing some of it, but didn't really finish typing. I got the test results of it. I didn't start typing it out for the 8 pages for that one.
Okay.
I started like 2 paragraphs.
Okay.
Right.
Did you get the old one done too?
That one, I just need to add a little more, but that one's I can turn it in this week too.
What would you like to work on today?
Um, I did bring that little testing, so I can't do that one. Um, I have this lesson plan one for the 301. It was so-called due last Friday, but I was not feeling that well that whole week because the week before I took the COVID flu shot, so I was out of it like toward the weekend. that Friday for the last week. So, and then I even asked her could I got an extra extension on it, but she's already so could extend it from Wednesday to Friday. But like some of my classmates not turning their little paperwork in yet too. So I still kind
Does your teacher penalize you if you turn things in late?
so cause she does too for this professor. She does too. But she did like for the past 2 days she's been sending email to students to upload their assignment
Remind them?
because she sees that some haven't turned it in yet. So
My art history teacher penalizes us 4 points for every day that we're late on an assignment. And it's amazing. It gets everybody to sit up straight and get their homework in right when he says, I want this, because 4 points is a lot of points.
yeah, 4 points.
I have to write a paper over Thanksgiving. So I'm not late. So what can we work on today?
I sent you what I have for this lesson plan at the moment. I really just kind of started it this past Sunday.
Okay.
So I
So
do have an idea of what I want to write for it. It just have to be more detailed, like
Okay. So why don't we work on this? Is this all, because is this something we can get done completely today, do you think?
maybe halfway.
Is there anything we can do completely today so that you can feel like you've accomplished something?
This is one
Because
of
you got lots of
yeah.
halfway stuff.
Um,
And halfway stuff is always, they just seem to linger. You never feel like you get somewhere. I know my experience is that way.
yeah.
It would be probably feel good if you got something done. Is there something that we can completely do today?
Um, I don't really have the results from the little thing, but we can maybe work on that one.
Work on the essay to it
That test thing one.
for your brother?
Yeah, that one maybe.
Did you get the essay submitted about watching the teacher teach those students?
That one is the one I just need to add, do some more little revision and add a little more. I'll do
What
that.
if we finish that one?
That one?
Yeah, because I'm also familiar with that too, because we watched the video again.
Okay, yeah, sure. How about?
Finish that.
Okay.
Are you buying things for Black Friday?
I don't think so. I might maybe just stay home. Mainly the electronics, it seems like. Even though it's not Black Friday, the Cyber Monday on Friday.
Cyber Friday is a bigger
It seems like there's more like technology.
on Friday. I have to buy a digital pen. That is the only thing I need to buy. Oh, this is really kicking and making noises. Let me make sure this is on set. Thank you. Okay. Is this the literacy lesson is the last one? Observation of the kindergarten.
That one is so for the job.
Okay. Okay. This is what that's what we did. Okay. And the next email, the first email you sent over, this is your response, observation of kindergarten. Okay, great.
Yeah, this was supposed to be that 6-page. This one's the 6-page paper.
And how far did we get?
It seems I have.
How many pages?
Mine is what that little part down there is. 5. 4 is 5.
5.
4 is 5.
You got
Mine is that little.
5.5.
Mine is that little part down there.
Okay. Okay, write a summary of the lesson process, children's in yellow I'm looking at, engagement with the planned activities. Based on your observation of kindergarten class, create a checklist and provide examples of all literacy accomplishments in the kindergarten development milestone that you observed in the class. Okay, that's the only piece we have to write?
Yeah, I think, and then we did do that last time. I didn't need to.
Okay, it looks like, did you align them all out?
I think those were the ones that have them in bold. Some of those.
Okay, this is what I got. I got these with the lines.
Is up in the.
Is it further up in it?
I have typed some of the boldface stuff in the second page for some of it.
These are the steps?
No, not the steps. Those are what I have.
The students group where they make cake. They talked about different rooms. Okay. This last question before the yellow question says write a summary of the lesson process and children's engagement with planned activities. Okay, so we can do step 1. She talked to the children and asked them their experience and got them excited about the book, remember?
Yeah.
So that would be what all we have to do is like number the steps. So like if you want, you go back to the video and I'll start typing it for you, and then you'll have the steps 1, 2, 3. Like first thing first, you showed that she showed the children the book, right?
Mm.
And then she talked about the book to get them excited. I think, right?
Yeah.
You go back, you watch the video and tell me what her steps are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably about 10. And I'll type them for you on here. The video is on the first, on your last document?
Yes.
Okay. Let's knock this one out and get this submitted. Then you'll feel like something is off your shoulders for the weekend. I'm thinking. I shouldn't say it'll do it because you probably have still a lot of homework still.
So like the last 2 for the week, or final 2 was group projects.
Yeah.
And then the presented on the last class. And then the next day after will be like a reflection I need to write for them too. So there's another paper.
Oh gosh, you got to get this all done.
And then
by
that'll be
the
done.
10th? Do you have a final exam in this class?
The projects and the reflections.
Are the final exam?
Yeah, the final stuff.
Okay, so you could do this.
That's why I'm trying to finish the missing stuff and then be done with everything.
Yes. So
and
that you
hopefully
can be fresh.
pass and stuff too.
So you can be fresh to it. Okay. Is this is it this is the the last email you just sent me? Is that the video?
This is the second one here.
Okay. You watch this and you tell me what the steps are. And I'll listen and I'll type them on your document for you. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let me be that would be like being
Okay.
your administrator or secretary. Okay? Where are we on this? Let me get in the right place. Okay. Accomplishments. Okay. We are here. I'm on your checklist. So what is the first thing? What do you see? So what is she doing right there?
Sharing the book that her class liked.
Okay. Sharing the book. Class reading. Okay. What is the next thing she's doing? How is she sharing it and doing it?
She's mainly showing the front cover and asking questions. Asking questions
Of the students about what?
about what they see.
About what they know about the book.
What they like to do.
What they like
To do.
they like to do. Okay. What else is she doing now?
Just so-called like asking and then they're answering and then like she asks more questions to it.
Okay. So asking questions of the students about what they like to do.
Yeah. And then continue for a little bit.
Pointing at the book.
Yeah.
Yes. What's the next thing? Is she still just asking people?
Yeah, for like a few more and then she opens.
Okay, well, move it along.
That's the Arthur here.
Okay. So what is she doing?
That's what
So she's beginning to read the book?
Yeah, asking questions about what they see and what do they like to draw. She had covered the page, the words when she showed the page here.
They see in the picture, and she covered the word they were learning with her hand. Correct?
Yeah.
While she read the sentence. What else? So now she is reading the words. And she pointed to the words.
So this picture.
She's pointing to the words on the page. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she read the same page a couple of times?
No.
She reads the page just
For that
one
first,
time?
for that page, is just.
Then she asked the student if they
If it matches the
could
picture.
do the action that was in the picture of the book page. Correct?
Yes.
She asked him, can you play a piano?
Yeah. And then she continued
And then
reading.
she let them talk about if they knew how to play the piano.
Yeah, for that little bit, and then she started reading. And then matched when she read the word piano.
So she let the students talk about what they can do.
Right where you're looking. You ready? Oh, and okay, what's the next song that I hear? So, let's say.
What is she doing?
Just sounding. Some of like the kids already know what's the word, and then she's trying to tell them, let's sound the word out, and start sounding and predicting what's the next letter.
Spell the sounds of the new word. They are making the sound of each letter, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine.
Okay. What is she doing now?
They complimented the student that says A.
The teacher?
They got the sound right.
The students that would make the right sound. Of the vowel.
And then she repeated that sentence with that word.
Then word so the students could practice making all the sounds, the letter sounds, into a word. Okay, what else did she do?
And then she started reading the next sentence after they said the word.
Okay, then she turned the page and repeated this for all pages in the book, correct?
Yeah, I think it was mainly that.
She repeated this action for all the pages in the book. Keeping students interested and talking about the pictures and practicing the sounds of the words they were learning.
For nobody that activity that they enjoy doing.
Is it recovering?
Okay, so she covers the new word. We put that down already. What else is she doing? She asked the students about their experience of the places and actions on each page. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. What else is she doing?
Can you write a why? Yes, you can.
You read the sentence again and then continue.
Okay.
And then they notice that there's like a back CE for that E in the word bike.
It's a silent E?
It's a back CE.
Boxy. What does that mean? I've never heard that.
I think it's the silent E, but they somehow say it's back CE. Her back CE.
Boxy E? Can you turn it off?
Yes, you can. Look at you so funny. There's a boxy, right? Yeah.
I've never heard that term. We're not going to stop there. Okay?
They can see happy birthday. They can see their favorite song. You ready? Okay, see? Okay, cover over here. We're gonna make it fast, okay? Our letters. Ready? Here we go. Can you see a star? What need is that? What how do I hear? Wait, let's see. What letter is the let's see if it matches. Oh. Oh.
The teacher practiced making each sound of the vowel and the letters
With her finger
with her fingers
and her mouth.
and her mouth to show how to shape your mouth to make the sound. The letter sound, correct?
Yeah, they're making the letter sounds.
Then she pointed at the word and the students and the teacher
Gabriel, ready to see if it works?
read each word on the page together as a sentence.
Yes,
Okay. What else is she doing?
Yeah, you see how the letters match with the sound. After
Okay.
she read the whole two sentences from there.
She got it. So what else is she doing? You can fast forward now because she's doing this for the whole day.
What is she doing?
She's going to repeat it for the whole book. And then, remember, she pulls the letters out.
Yeah, this is it.
You can
What else, Jaylene?
get past all this. It's okay. We got these words.
It doesn't say it in here, but you could see it from the photograph there. Yeah. So are you ready? Miss Courtney's gonna do something, okay? I'm gonna tell you a word, and I want you to tell me what's the first sound that you hear, okay? Like this.
After reading the book.
Ready? Pink. What's the first sound that you hear? Good.
The teacher, what is she doing? She's checking
if they know the first.
By asking the student to
Boy.
make the first sound, the first letter sound of the word
I have some letters
from each page, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is
Is
the
it right? After the reading. Page. What is she doing? What did it, tell me, what is she doing?
to
To make
so-called
sure I get this right.
give to like so-called word say the sound the word and then ask for the sound for to make sure they know, and then after all that she started passing up some letters.
Okay, from the book. By asking the students to make the first letter sound
Yeah, of the word they heard.
on each page. Okay. So what's the next thing she's doing?
You pass out letters.
The teacher has the teacher giving each student. What is she giving them?
Letters.
Plastic letters?
Yes. Like magnetic letters.
Magnetic?
Perfect. So, she's lining her letters up like this in a line.
So they could touch them?
And then tell them to kind of organize the letters.
Perfect.
And what is she going to do with them?
What letter? Okay.
And then they so after when what they're lining it, they just ask them for the sex.
So what is she doing?
For some of them.
Okay, ready?
So tell me again, what is she doing?
It's so cool. Like she gave the word letters, and then when one of the kids had taken her little letters, I was just ready to start organizing it. She just asked the kid what does each little letter sound, and then she did it to another group, and then for the last two, she just let them do it.
Okay, let's put this in. The teacher then asked a student what was the sound of the letters they had in front of them. Correct?
Yeah, the sounds.
The sound of the. Okay.
You see how we have a down? Down there. Okay, right? Okay. We're gonna make some words. Ready?
Okay. Then the teacher.
Say sound. Sound. Okay, wait. How many sounds do I hear now? Let's count it. How many sounds?
And ask them to tap out the sounds.
What does that mean? Is that a teaching technique?
I think I saw it I saw it. They're using the arm to do the tapping instead of the fingers tapping. But I just do the tap.
What does that mean? Like CAN? Is that what is it?
So called for each letter sound, they're trying to sound it out. By like some
How many different sounds are in the word?
yeah, like they're just like trying to sound out the letters.
Yeah, each letter and a few words. The teacher tapped each letter for a few of the words.
Yes.
Few of the words and asked the students to tap out the letters also, correct?
Yeah, they tapped it out and they were making those little creating the words.
She demonstrated how to tap each letter for letter in a word on her arm. Was it on her arm?
On her fingers.
On her finger. And then she asked the students to tap out the letters. Is that correct?
The sounds with it.
You have to tap out on their fingers the sounds of the letters in a word, correct? In a word. They were learning from the book, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the teacher demonstrated how to tap each letter in a word on her fingers, and then she asked the students to tap out on their fingers the words of the letter in a book they were learning from the words they were learning from the book, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me say that again to make sure that made sense. The teacher demonstrated how to tap each letter in a word on her fingers. And then she asked the students to tap out on their fingers the sounds of the letters in the words they were learning from the book. She's not introducing new words. She's introducing the words that they just got through reading, correct? Like kite.
But there's
Like-
also just spelling some simple.
Are they simple words, or are the words that she was reading in the book?
I don't think she read these words in
Here,
the
go back
book
and see.
because
Back
I
up
don't
a
think
minute.
there was any ham, Sam.
Okay. So we're not going to say they were part of the book. First, we'll tap out letters or
Because the
simple
so-called
words.
this one has the little A sound, the A vowel. So they're practicing the vowels here.
Okay, so the teacher demonstrated how to tap each letter in a word on her fingers, and then she asked the students to tap out on their fingers the sounds of the letters for simple words.
Yeah, these are simple. So
Okay, so for a few simple words. Okay. What else we got? Now what is here?
Good, George. Now, check it with your feet. Go. What? Yeah. Good. If something take tap. Tap. Tap.
Okay, so she also spelled the letters on a magnetic board.
yeah, where they're just sounding the words out. And tell them to check the sounds they hear.
She sounded simple words out using letters um, on a magnetic board in front of her, so all the students could see the letters. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. There's, what else is happening?
Tell them to check the sound when they're doing it. And point to when they're checking, they're pointing at each letter.
Okay, and she's pointing. Okay. She's pointing to each one, right?
Mm-hmm.
For 18, she sounded out the teacher. I forgot to say the teacher. I shouldn't say she, because there's 2 students. sounded out simple words using letters that she had on a magnetic board in front of her, so all the students could see her pointing at each letter in the word they were tapping out. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. What else is she doing now?
Yeah. Let's do this now. Let's go and do this word. Cam. Cam. Yeah, what sound goes first? What sound goes first now? A C. Now put the C where? The front of the word. Good. Now check it with your finger. Go. And blend it. Okay. Oh, Julia, check the C. Make sure your C's not backward like this, right? Facing the right way. Good. Did you check it? Good. Cam. And then what? Where you go? Say am. Say I am sick. I am sick. Say I am 7. I am 7. Right? Okay. Am. Go. Nice. Show me what you have now. Check it. Jordy, ready? Am. All right. The word that's your bed. If I am, if I am, all right. Perfect, perfect. Nice. Now we're gonna do some tapping and math real quick. We'll divide our sentence. Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you.
Okay, what is she doing? We got way down here. See what is she doing? What's the next step? What is she doing? So there was something with numbers in there. What is she just
Numbers?
Yeah, she was checking numbers, wasn't she?
Numbers? It was checking if the letters were backwards.
She was checking to see if the
Like
letters.
when they were doing cam, some of them were the flip the C backwards.
So what did she do? What did she
She
tell them?
tell them to make sure to check their letters.
She made sure the letters in front of the students were positioned in the correct way for writing.
Yeah, like they're.
Say I am sick. I am sick. I am 7. I am 7. Right? Okay. Am.
Letter
Okay.
C
Now, okay. Show me what you have now.
having the opening on the right side of the letter. Okay. So what else is she doing now?
After the cam, she did the am.
So she spelled the simple words. Then what else did she do?
After cam, she started saying examples when there was still the cam there. She started saying, I am 6, I am 7. That's where the numbers came. And then she took away the little C.
Say this again. So she started making more words with the vowel sounds. Is that correct?
Right? Okay. And say am. Did you check it? Make sure your feet's not backward like this, right? Face to the right way. Good. Did you check it? Good. Can. And then what? Where you go? Say I am 6. I am 6. I am 7. I am 7. Right? Okay. Am.
So am was one of the words. She did cam and then she did am.
Yeah,
She introduced new words.
when that other word was still there.
Okay. So what's the next thing she did?
for them to clean up, and then they gave it to the mother.
What is she doing now?
All right.
She collected all the letters,
Nice. Now.
and then she gave all the students a piece of paper to write on.
It's kind of like a little, those little papers with the little thing to write, kind of like the little DIY kind of dry erase with the little plastic sleeve.
Okay, so this is like she gave the students.
Their own little kind of like dry erase thing.
Okay, so a student aid so that they can write.
All right.
Okay, so the teacher collected the plastic letters and introduced and gave each student a, what is that? Is that a piece of paper?
It is a paper and a marker.
And a marker. A piece of paper and a marker. And what is she going to do with it?
She's about to say.
About a word, a high frequency word, a sight word in here that they repeated over and over again.
High frequency and sight word.
What?
High frequency and a sight word.
So she's having them write the word?
But tap the word first.
How many sounds? Please.
How many sounds?
Two. Ready? See the sound. And one, 10. Okay, ready? Let's touch the one with the 3 boxes first. Ready? Let's match here.
They have a little box on the paper apparently.
Okay, can you touch it? Really? Don't read it yet.
So she handed out a homework assignment.
That piece of paper has some boxes in it.
Okay. And gave each student a writing aid, or what would you call that?
It's kind of like a worksheet, but
A
it has
worksheet.
with little boxes
Worksheet
for them to like write
with
the
boxes to write the sounds of the letters, correct?
Yes, that's what they're about to do.
And gave each student a worksheet and a marker to write the sounds of the letters. Okay. They are learning for the words.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
What's on here first? That's a high frequency word.
And they identify it as a high frequency word.
Okay, what are high frequency words? These are the words that she was teaching them, like am, and.
They said those were the high frequency, and those sight words are in the book. Just like not
They're in the book,
not
they're
this time
identified
around.
as high frequency words
Are the book words in the book?
from the book she was reading?
Yeah, that's
Like
what she said.
kite and play and stuff like that.
That's what she said.
Okay.
For
She
these,
called them high frequency. She wouldn't use that word high frequency.
she said high frequency.
Did she?
But that's a high frequency word. Now graphic. Now let's write this down. What's on here first? That's a high frequency word.
So how is she doing? How is she helping them with the worksheet?
Just sounded it out, and then they started writing C's.
So, okay, ready? What's up? Okay, what's your bell?
Some already finished writing the word.
Okay.
What makes it act? Which letter makes it act? What's the one? Which one? Ah. Where's the apple? Woo! Here we go. Is that yours? Okay, check it. Go. Good.
Marker and worksheet with boxes to complete this, to fill in the letters of the words they are learning. The teacher, what is she doing now? She is sounding the words out. Words out
And then she
with the students and asking them to write the letter of the sound missing on the worksheet, right?
yes,
Is that correct?
yes.
Okay, don't fall asleep yet. I know you're, I can hear it in here. You're kind of like, okay, aren't we done with this?
All right. Like that. Okay, ready? Great. Okay, let's do one more word that we repeat over and over again. Can you say this word? Say yes. Yeah. Okay, tap it with your finger. Go. Right, tap it on the R. Go. Yes. Okay, ready? Yes, yes, yes. What's the first sound that you hear? Jordan, what's the what letter? Your eyes. What? Yes, yes. What? The beginning sound? Yes, yes. Good.
What is she working on?
She's working on a new word, and she's still doing the same stuff as before with the sounding out. But like for that one student,
She's introducing new words.
is a so-called another high frequency word still.
Okay.
That was repeated in the book. That's what high frequency apparently is.
Okay.
She said
So-
yes, and then they were sounding it out, and then this little kid right here, he don't know which letter yes is. Start with, so they were pointing, asking him to point where's the Y sound, and then they said the yo-yo, start sounding it out.
Yeah. Now that you hear let's hear what sound? Oh, wait, that like that part.
First
Yeah. Here we go. Ready?
letter,
Yeah.
consonant, constant, consonant. Is that the right word? Yeah, consonant. Were the words. The teacher sounded out the high frequency words and had the students tap the sounds out, focusing on making, focusing on saying out loud the first letter consonant of the words. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Say that. What? Listen to that again. How is she doing it?
She's for everything, she's sounding it out and tapping it,
And then she's having them
she continued.
repeat the sound of the first letter.
She tap it, and then she tap it again, and then she writes the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we repeat the sounds.
Good. Now ready? Okay, let's check it. Tap it. Go. Yes. Blend it. Yes. Good. Okay. Bye. Yes. All right. Can you put your tap on your marker? Good. Tap on your marker.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Put away the markers.
With a real marker, you're going to help me label. Label when you're doing writing with
And then this is the last activity with the letters, with the sentence, with that one page.
A photograph from our book. And you're going to help me label all
This is the last
details in this
activity.
photograph.
And what is she doing?
Photo that we like.
This is the same book or a different book?
This is that book.
Okay.
They're choosing a picture and then they're making another sentence.
And then she's making a sentence.
Right? That I hear in the word, we can label the picture, the photo. It's like when you look.
They label the picture and then they make the sentence.
I'm going to say that she's doing here. What are we going to say she's doing? She introduced.
They chose a page
The teacher
picture in the
collected
book.
the worksheets and brought back the book
Yeah, and then
they are
she's
reading.
yeah.
She asked the students, what did she ask them?
Let's see.
Photograph from our book. Ready?
To
This part, you're going to
label
take a picture
each page,
from our book,
right?
and you're going to help label all the details of this photograph. So this part stops. What's this photo?
Label the details.
And describe the details.
Photograph. Sure. A photograph from our book.
Each page.
And you're going
So
to
the
help
students could make sentences.
all the details in this photograph. So this part stops. What's this photo that we like? The kite or the bike? Which is kite. That's a fun one, right? So I thought, look, the first thing, right, that I hear in the word, we can label the picture, the photo, just like with good writing. So, and what there you go. The girl one, the table. Do the letter G. What girl? Can you make it on the table?
She's letting them write on the book.
They're not really writing on the book. They're writing on post-it on the book. Okay. And then they get to practice writing on.
She's having them make the letter with their hands.
Yeah, with their fingers.
So they're labeling each page and tracing the letter of the word with their hand, their fingers for each page. Is that right?
It's for only that page.
It's only for that page. Okay. She asked the students to label each page with a word, correct?
With the letter.
With a letter. Is it a letter of the word of the action of
the first letter sound they hear
when they read the sentence? Okay.
They're describing the picture right now.
Okay. So she asked the students to label each page with a word.
You do this with a drawing picture? Yeah, you label, right? So you know what's in your photo, what's in your picture that you're drawing too, right? Okay, so we have the a girl. What's she writing here? Right.
They label. Okay.
To continue labeling.
Label details of things that were in the photo. There, like the word grass, it's describing the grass in the photo. So, details of things that were in the photo.
Yes.
Okay. She then asked the students to make the trace the letter on the table with their fingers.
What's that called? What's the first up? What letter? What letter? S. Good. Can you make me an S? All right. Everyone, can you make me an S on the table? Ready? Make an S. Make an S on the table. Good. So now I'm labeling my picture. I'm gonna take one of these and we're gonna make a small sentence here. You're gonna help me. Are you ready? The girl says, it says, can you buy a pie? Right? Yes, you can. Let's see. Should we say, where is she? To the ground? Yeah, the ground. Okay, give me a sentence. The girl is on the ground. Oh, can you say that again for me, Jordy? The girl is on the ground. How many words? The girl is.
Okay, so I think we have to put in there about how to get the letters. Okay, so what is she doing? She put a Post-it note on the page and asked students to identify the letter of, was it the, of of things that were in
Just
picture.
they were describing the pictures, and then
they were identifying the letters of the first words. Like
yeah,
G and
mainly
grass,
that. Yeah.
right? So what do you call that? How would we describe that? How would you describe it?
They're just getting the first letters out.
Okay. She asked the students to label details of things that were in the photo. She put a Post-it note on the page and wrote the first letter on each word.
Yeah, by the picture.
Word described in the picture.
Yes.
Okay, does that sound right?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Then she asked the students to trace that letter on the table.
Yeah, for each one.
And then she came back around and she took the Post-it notes, and what is she doing with it?
After she's got all the little letters on the little thing, she starts to read the little what is said on the bottom, and then said, "We're gonna create a new sentence."
And she introduced a full sentence
Asked
using
them to create a sentence about the picture.
a sentence using the Post-it note letters to describe something in the picture. The teacher took the Post-it letters and asked the students to create a sentence using the Post-it note letters to describe something in the picture. Is that correct?
Yes.
No, go back and look. What is she doing with those letters? How is she doing it?
Not.
Right? Yes, you can. Small sentence here. You're gonna help me. I'm gonna take one of these and we're gonna make a small sentence here. You're gonna help me.
Okay.
Ready? The girl says, it says, can you buy a pie? Right? Yes, you can. Let's see. Should we say, where is she? To the ground? Yeah, the ground. Okay, give me a sentence. The girl is on the ground. Ooh, can you say that again for me, Jordy? The girl is on the ground. How many words? The girl is on the ground.
Those are not letters. So. Okay, so
For this one, to so-called Ted
okay.
chose one of the words that they
Okay, so
Just-
she did make a sentence creating all the words on the Post-it letters, but she helped.
She
That's the-
chose one of it, and then with that one, she's create. She read the little sentence underneath again, and as it's we're creating a sentence with that word, that girl. Dude,
Then the teacher put one Post-it note on each word in the sentence.
yes.
In front, together. So the students, what is she doing that for? Could count the words.
Yeah, and see how many letters, words would there be.
Is she going to identify the first letter of each one of those words?
This time around, I think she's asking them to write it
On what?
on the post-it that they have.
So she's asking one of the students to write a letter? Okay. So tell me what she's doing.
No, it's just having everyone write out the letters, the words. And they're still doing that practicing of writing those little letters on the table.
Teacher asked the students to practice writing the word with their fingers. And is she letting somebody else make the first letter with the marker?
They so-called she give one kid the little paper and then they write it, and then those other four is writing the letter, the first letter of the word.
Okay.
Or like spelling the whole thing.
Use the marker.
Yeah, they're just spelling the first letter.
Okay, they're spelling it in front of them, but is she letting one of the students use the marker to make the first letter?
No, they're using their fingers. Yeah.
Just to, okay.
But with that first one, they're writing the whole word. She wrote the word herself for this first word.
Okay.
The second word.
So the teacher made the letter sounds and she wrote the words on the Post-it note for the sentence, correct?
Yes.
Okay. She asked the students to keep practicing the sounds of the letters in the words. Correct?
Yeah. For the first two, this third one, she drew boxes for the one this kid to find the letter and write, and then she wrote the rest of the words.
Okay. Let's just do. Right. The first letter of the word on the post-it note. Teach it spell. The rest of the word. All this post-it on the book page. Practiced saying each word in the sentence. Okay, what else you got? We almost are. Is she almost done?
She's halfway there. Like two more words.
Okay, two more words. Okay,
And then grass.
okay. Is that the end of the lesson then?
And then I think she breathed the word out.
You have
Yes.
31 steps that you identified that they did. Okay. I think you answered the question.
Okay.
Okay, this is on your form. Okay. So this is it's on here. This is what's you see it all?
Yes.
You can see it?
Yes.
Teacher process check.
Yep.
Teacher's process, the process checklist. That was good work, Mandy. I know that was kind of hard to do, to observe and write at the same time. So that's why I good job, you. Okay. You gonna read this over one more time before you submit it? Make sure you
Yeah.
answered all the other questions.
I think I did answer them. I just need a few more one or two more paragraphs to make sure everything's there.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I give you a suggestion? Set an alarm on your clock and say you're going to give yourself 35 minutes to make your second two paragraphs and then call this done. Because you'll get on to your other homework and you won't get back to this one.
Yeah, because those are like the other.
Yeah. You did good work. You got this identified.
This was like already halfway done. I didn't add.
Just a couple more transition paragraphs, probably. I'm thinking that's what you need to do. What do you think?
Yeah, all the details, and then that was.
I'm thinking if you set a clock on it, you'll be able to say, okay, then I'm gonna be done. So you won't get stuck on it.
Yeah, that's really odd.
You know, just like what a teacher would do. Teacher would say, okay, we're gonna do this whole lesson plan right now. And then you can say it's done.
Yeah.
This is the one from September, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's,
it's like almost 2 months.
yeah, you just gotta get it out there too.
Unless she did so-called in October when she so-called graded this little assignment, she asked what happened, did it need help or something. That week I was kind of out of it. The day before it was due, I was kind of getting sick because my head, I was looking at a present. I was at a presentation that day, so my eye hurt my brain, so I had a headache.
Yeah.
So I wasn't feeling that well the next day too. I was sick.
Okay. I know. And you're not sleeping well either.
Yeah.
Good job. What we got? We are done. What time do I have to meet with this other? I gotta meet with him in 15 minutes. We can do, you wanna do the next, your paragraphs on this to finish this? Do you think we can get them knocked out?
I think that's too uncovered.
Okay, got all that written. You gotta do spell check, which is an easy thing. I'm not the best speller in the universe. Did you answer all the other questions on this essay?
I think so. I just need to make sure everything's in like paragraph form.
Okay.
And then maybe I think
Editing.
a conclusion and then the kind of like a little thing like how I did for another of these, like the connection, like a reflection back of how this assignment will, in the future to make a connection, something like that. For this.
Did you write a connection statement?
I kind of wrote something about those in one of these little paragraphs, I think I did.
You got some stuff that's bold in here. Is that stuff to come back to?
Yeah, those that I would need to write into a paragraph form.
Okay. Well, this is hard to follow.
Because the so-called has to make sure it's the detail.
Yeah, it's got the stuff in red, and then you've got bold stuff, and then you got other stuff. You know, your regular stuff that you wrote. Did you answer all the questions about Miss Courtney's?
I think so. I wrote the summary, kind of. Well, I think.
Your observation, based on your observation, I noticed that the students were capable of doing the following 5 milestones. Is that you?
That's the checklist.
Okay. Connecting information and events in context and life experiences. Yes, she did do that, but she asked all the students.
That's the checklist, and then the information that I have was like the summary. It was already how I was gonna connect it. Because I kind of wrote everything that I saw, and then I just need to somehow go back to what I saw and make the little connection to my checklist.
Mm-hmm. I can tell from looking at these questions by what you just identified, everything that happened in the video. The answer is yes, she did all these. Writing most letters and some words when they are dictated. She did that. She wrote the words for the students.
Mhm.
And she had them make the letters with their fingers,
Mhm.
making predictions based on illustrations or portions of the stories. She asked the students about their experiences
Yeah.
with the pictures in the story and helped them make sentences about it. Recognize words by sight, including a few very common words like I, the, am. She was doing that too with the magnetic board.
Mhm.
That's when she was doing the words like I am and stuff. And then she wrote the word the for the students, correct?
Yes.
So when you write your paragraph, what did you write?
I wrote those stuff that is there. There's the maybe we make the connection back to the
I
what
think
I
you
had.
got this. I'm reading what you got out here. She introduced the book and the title, Can You Do This, to the students. Miss Courtney had her students what they like to do outside class and home. Yep. This was an example of asking about their experiences, connecting information and events in context to life experiences. That's confirming that. Okay. What is the indentation? She asked students how they feel when they fly a kite and the emotions. Also, okay. So I think I think all you have to do is just put some of this into paragraph form.
Yeah, mainly that, and then
And I think you got it.
we'll make sure connect back to those five,
How do you
and
feel
then make
about
the
it?
conclusion
Do you think you can
and
do
then
that?
reflection is too. That's really the main things left.
Would it help you if you printed this out once so that you can look at it and find out if you're duplicating the same sentence a couple times over?
I think I might have those
Yeah.
ideas because
I know
she
what
keeps
I
on
do that.
repeating.
I do that all the
She's
time.
repeating those activities, like the little sounding out with each activities.
Sometimes when you print stuff out, you can see that you're saying the same thing over and over. I know I do that with my papers. I have to print things out. When I get to a point where I've been writing it for a while, I have to print it out so that I can see that I didn't say the same thing 3 times. Because sometimes I do that. And it's not that I really want to make that point. It's just I didn't realize I wrote it on the page before that.
Mm-hmm.
And I find when I'm going to go read it that this is what I do when I'm writing a paper. I only write for like 35 or 40 minutes and then I step away from it.
Yeah, I need a break.
You need a break. You just get up and walk around and then you can come back and you can go at it again. But by making a real physical break, it helps your brain just get so that you don't get stuck on an idea and go down a rabbit hole.
But like local, when I take the break, maybe I forget what I wanted to type. So it's kind of hard. So.
Do you have a printer at home?
Hmm?
Do you have a printer at home?
Yes, and the ink is low on one color. One of the
Oh,
main
one of
colors.
those that you have to have the color.
One like I'm at like without one, it still can print.
Mm-hmm.
You use the multicolor, like the blue, yellow, and the pink. That little tricolor instead of just the black. But sometimes when both of them don't have colors, print out green or like no color at all. It's that kind of print.
You know, printing here, you have like $70 in printing with your student activity. What you can do is print a copy and then take it home and work on it. Have you done that at all?
No.
No. It's an idea.
Because I kind of know that you need your student ID to use the
You want me
printer
to
or
show you
like
how to do the printer?
for that. Yeah, sure. Because I know you somehow you need to use an app or something or a link on the computer.
You can do it, you can send it remotely to the printer. And let me ask him, because it's on the tables. I always scoop it up. And I go down to the computers on the second floor. Hold it for 24 hours.
Oh, really? I never used it here.
I know.
Because when I was at Truman, you got requested to be like, look at video. But it's the Truman itself, when I go to the computer, I had to pay like, I had to get a little printing card and add like 75 cents. And so like, if I printed more than 20, each page is 25 cents. So like, if I,
When your student services, you have $70 of printing service for the whole semester. And if you haven't been printing, that means that's like 700 pages because it's 10 cents a page. Printed.
mm,
So you can print all your homework out and figure it out from here.
mm,
Here, print this out. Send this to the printer and I'll show you how to print it out. And then you can take it home with you.
mm.
If you want, just get a photocopy of this so that I just made a print of it for me and my photos so I can remember to use it.
Look, 7 page here.
Pages of 700 pages you got to the end of the semester. You can print all your homework out if you want to take it home.
And the login is the one I use for North, the NEIU port, right? For some reason, my password's not wrong.
Your password for your telephone?
For, for my bright space yesterday, I was still able to enter. Oh, I logged into bright space. Okay, I am logged in.
Okay, good.
How would I do that?
Okay, what you say,
I see that 75.
you were logged. Yeah, see? Told ya. So, wait,
What do I do?
I
Because my thing's on my
I haven't
Google
done it.
Drive.
have not done this.
There's a web
go to your
print.
document.
There's a web print here, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. Hang on. Let's go ask Andrea. Okay. I don't think I haven't done anything yet. Okay, I've got 2 minutes before I have to do this with this. You don't know better. I'd like to know.
Use the little
You just logged into.
the NU
Print one? Yeah, and then how do you get your document? If you have a download on your device, then you would have to.
is it the little web print that's going
You put this drive.
Because it doesn't download the document.
Where's the document? It's on her drive.
That's still on the drive.
So you go and download the document and see your document.
How can you do this like you're playing an accordion? Because they have the what?
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
So that's your PDF.
All right. Look at you, doing this sideways. Take the turn. Allows you to have black sideways, black two sides.
Two-sided like back and front.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I think they got to because this is my first time printing.
Okay. Yeah. Area, area here. Oh, so, you know what? This is where you would go to the first floor. Yeah. The circulation desk, you know, the reference desk to help you use the printer. Because I used to do that when I worked down in town. But everything on the left. You got it. And now I need it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. You taking me? Oh, okay, we can go and pick one up. Thanks, honey. Oh, are they different? This is the one you just pick up and the other thing. Okay. Okay, I gotta go talk to do a virtual thing.
Oh,
Okay, are you okay?
yeah.